One last time.
Hey, look, thank everybody for coming. The way this is going to work, I'm just going to recognize everyone here, and then it's who's getting a varsity letter and pen. And I know some of you who did not receive a letter last year, you'll get a letter and a pen. And I can do that. I don't know if y'all can get up and come back, but we can do that if that's what y'all would rather do. All right, here we go. Earned a varsity letter, scored a run in the playoffs. Pulled him up about halfway through to do some courtesy running for us. I appreciated it. Really smart, high academic kid, and we love having you, Marty Madar. I'll pass it down. I'll pass it down.
Marty.
Hey, get all your spit off your fingers. Pass it down. All right, the next guy, we had a really small freshman. He played a little bit of infield for us, caught a little bit. He hit a little bit for us. Like I said, no, I'm just kidding. Hunter Stokely, right here.
September 95 degrees.
All right, here we go. Next guy, sophomore, doing some pretty good things this summer. Had a really tough time listening in a ball game this year, and I was a little ugly to him in the dugout in a big moment. But I do like him, and he tried. Look, worked really hard all winter. Was doing some really good things. Has a lot of potential. He and I know what we need to do. And anyway, got a real big hit in the playoffs. And you stepped up and did some things for us at the end, and I really appreciate it. And I look forward to you in the future. Tanner Sullivan. All right.
Big T showtime.
Probably the guttiest guy in the room. Probably, I would have to say. Been through a whole lot. Everybody already knows what I'm talking about now. I've said enough probably throughout the year of how he persevered and how he did overcome. He was overcoming some injury, and I can't imagine having those rods in my back and going through what he's going through. And Joseph, I know sometimes you have a hard time because physically you haven't been able to do what Joseph, you could do. Look, man, us as coaches, we love you. I appreciate you. Here you go.
Sorry.
Sophomore probably needs to pick it up academically, probably study a little more. No, I'm kidding. He plays everywhere on the field, does a lot of things for us. Always smiling until this year. I've gotten on him probably more this year. He gets really ticked with me, but it gets a little more fire out of him, so I kind of like that too. But look, can't say enough about you. We all appreciate you, us coaches. You never complain, man. Left field, right field, behind the plate, shortstop, third base, whatever it takes for us to be successful, you're willing to do. Zach Levi. Never helps us do anything. First guy to leave. No, I'm kidding, man. This kid, he does great. I've had the experience of having him in the weight room during my second block. Probably one of the hardest working students I've ever had. Good guy. Yeah, I know some of you I've had, you didn't work this hard. Really good guy. Extremely motivated. Probably cares more about his teammates than he does himself. Miles, I think you got one for soccer, so you get a 10, correct? All right, Miles Sauer.
Let me see that pen, boy.
The man the man of many socks. We found out about halfway through that we had a player who did not wear socks, and it was just mind blowing, really. when I found out, I had to look, and sure enough, he had on those, he didn't have on socks. You know, this guy shows up on us. I didn't know. We hear about a kid from Rocky Mountain Prep. I meet him in the gym one day during lunch, and I'll say it like it is, man. He was wearing sweatpants, pants sagging, wearing some slides, and looks right at me and said, "I'm Justice." I said, "Well, how are you? How's it going, man?" And so we get in the, you know, we're talking, and anyway, he looks right at me and says, "When's the next baseball workout?" And I told him he needed to get a physical or what have you. He understood the rule and all this, and he looks right at me and goes, "D1." And walks away. And I will say, he's got a D1 desire. I mean, Justice goes out there, he gets his cuts in, and look, man, you've done some good things for us, and I'll get to you later on, but Justice, we're glad to have you, and just through the ups and downs, we end up on the ups. He's taken my shoes 2 different times. Miles' his hat. Several things. White shoes, yeah, I'm going to call you out, right? Justice Lane. Man, I just put it all on y'all, don't I? All right, so, Dwight, our first block. First semester. Who was the laziest kid in the gym? He was. Porter! Porter made me mad every morning first semester. Every morning. I was consistently mad with him. But he made some changes. The good Lord filled his spirit over Christmas, and he was back with us. And look, man, we're glad to have you. You did some great things for us defensively. As hard-headed as you are, and so we've worked it out, and look, I appreciate you sticking it out, and I think you're better for it. And you did, again, you did a lot of good things for us defensively. Never complained about getting hit for, was behind his teammates. Anyway, I wish more attitudes were that way. Not the laziness, but as far as the unselfish. Porter Watson. Yeah. 11, you've never got one? Well, I've got one for you. There's a pen. Yeah, I've got an extra too. Man, this guy. Hard to read, but sneaky. All right, he would be the one that would have your phone, and nobody would think he did. That was one night at my house. Tries really hard, cares a lot. Went through some injury last year, did some really good things for us last year. This year had a tough time dealing with it. Played him at several different spots, ended up doing really well. Stuck with it offensively, got a clutch hit in the playoffs. Tapped him on the butt, said, "Look, he's been throwing us away, please take it that way." Steps right up there, drives Miles in, scored the first run of the state playoffs. The sky's the limit for you if you was be consistent and do it. But Jackson Terry. All right. Yeah, I ain't no medical. Oh my goodness, he's next. Look, next guy frustrates everybody. You never know. I mean, up and down. Can go right down and yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And be consistent and just look just sharp in the pen. You're like, man, we're gonna be all right. And go down and walk the first 2. And you're sitting right there like, what's happening? But also can go out and throw a gem. Jalen Melton, you're a hard-headed, but we do love you. We do, and we appreciate you. And you can say some of the worst things at the worst times. Absolutely. And look, we'll find out. I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes the best thing said isn't said. No, look, y'all, Jalen Melton. I can't make y'all go to the football banquet. But we can get y'all a letter. Where'd it be at?
No, I didn't get mine. I didn't go.
Oh, that's a key. No, when we get back, hey, I will get y'all letters, but you have to attend things together.
I did get my letter.
All right, go. Right. Last guy, he's been with me a good minute. Look, man, I have a weird relationship with my players. I've seen the time his lips quiver when he asked me a question. And then I've seen the time he thought I was an idiot. Through the good and the bad, I'm glad he stuck it out. This sport has been frustrating to him at times. His quote was actually pretty good on our senior day. He likes a lot like church and stuff like that, Tucker's quote. But anyway, Tucker, we've enjoyed having you. I appreciate it. Look, Tucker kind of led it up and got us together as far as our workouts and stuff, and he was always right there, definitely texting me, making sure we were all communicating and stuff, so he was a big part of that. I know we wanted to go further, but anyway, at least we had a chance. Tucker Roberts. All right. And this guy, you know, he pulls up to school, he's got turkey calls in the back of his truck. You never know what you're going to get. Well, you do know what you're going to get. You're going to get 100% every day when you go out there to practice. You're going to get 100% every time he commits to do it. And that was evident all year long. All year. It was, man. 100%. Dwight Daniels, glad to have you. Oh, man. All right, so we lose in a 10-inning ball game. All right, so we lose in that 10. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one first. So we lose in a 10-inning ball game to Hunt. We dropped 2 to Southern Nash that I'll be honest with you, we shouldn't have. We had ample opportunities throughout the year to blow games open, and unfortunately for us, we didn't. And I was right there with you. I felt like we had opportunity after opportunity and after opportunity to do some really good things, and it's just the ball didn't roll our way at times, and we didn't get that timely hit, and that was pretty much the way our season ended that night. You know, we didn't get a call or 2 by the official. There's no doubt we're at Northern Guilford. Dwight, you struck 2 of those kids out. There's no doubt in my mind. We didn't get the call. You know, you get a comeback or line drive hit at you in the playoffs, and I look right at you and I'm like, you should have caught the ball. But then I got to keep in mind that I'd say 8 out of 10 kids probably don't even make a play on that ball. So I'm mistaking your athleticism in a play that you didn't make as, you know, you made a great play by actually knocking it down. And sometimes I have a way of looking at things half empty instead of half full. But after I reflect, I think about some of the good moments we've had, man, we've been this close to really doing a lot of good things. As far as conference, we had we had the Hunt game. That was right there for us. A call or 2, a timely hit or 2. Justice was 2 inches from burning the left field for 2 inches, and that game was busted wide open. The Southern Nash game, Jalen goes out against Rocky Mountain and pitches a fabulous game. I probably made a mistake that game. I pitched to Keeter. We threw him a 3-1 fastball when 9-man hadn't touched the ball all game, and I went at Keeter. He gets a choppy base hit up the middle. Yeah, there were some things that we could have done differently probably before that, but that was that play ate at me a lot. That was a game I felt that was winnable, and y'all did a great job against a quality pitcher that night. So I don't want us to mistake a 4th place conference finish as something bad, because guys, I felt like there was actually a lot of good too. We never really got blown out. I mean, I understand North Johnson happened if it happened. But besides that, I can't really feel of a time that we won't end the game or didn't have an opportunity of winning the game. We had 3 all-conference selections. I made nominations and us coaches vote, and this was voted on by the conference. So we had 3 all-conference selections, 1 honorable mention. Our honorable mention selection was Zach Pittman. This selection, look, they're based on stats, pitching, and just different things. Next all-conference selection is going to be Jalen Khalil.
That'll be quiet. Give me that every day.
Third, this next selection, probably one of the higher batting averages in the conference that we could recall once we put our stuff on the board. Did really well, batted over 350 on the year, and batted 340-ish in conference. Hunter Stokely. You batted about a 430 some odd. Look, you had a fantastic year. You lit it up. You went 4 for 5 against Nash Central. I think you had multiple hits in multiple games. You went 2 hitless games where you didn't get a hit. And who was that against? I know, and we needed it. But for God's sake, man, you made up for it and some. I will say this. Played through injury, didn't complain, wrapped it up, kept going. Without a doubt, Dwight Davis. All right, these are our Fike Awards. They allow me 4. I go through them. We do a defensive MVP, Gold Glove Award. We do a team Most Valuable Player. I do a coach's award, which is kind of a character award and a teammate award. All of that kind of goes into the coach's award. And then we have a most improved. And that's most improved, and we'll get into that momentarily. So I'm going to start out with our defensive MVP, our Gold Glove Award. All right. So as a coach, I got a vision of how things are going to go and who's going to do what and how this is going to work based on maybe who's pitching. And how can we get the best athlete with the best arm and who can be the most consistent making those plays all going anyway. That's what we try to do. Now, the reality is, I watch in the state championship and I'm literally watching 2 teams with pitcher-only, D1 pitchers, going to get loosened up while their defense is on the field. And I'm thinking, man, wouldn't that be nice? Because all my pitchers play defense. Anyway, long story short, this kid played all the positions pretty much. Played outfield, played some third base, played some shortstop, and played all year without committing an error. And made some great plays. I mean, you made a play at shortstop against Hunt. Probably took the worst round in and out of anybody all year. And goes out there and makes 3 spectacular plays. One, he cut off a run and was actually a really good play there at Hunt. Played center field some for us, played some left field for us, played third base, shortstop, played some second, played first base all last year as a freshman. And other than the one time you got handcuffed in the Easter tournament, you really went error-free that year too. Zach Levi. Y'all chime in if I miss it. Can't give it away. Yeah, I can. I'm just gonna have to. So this guy comes out to these workouts, all right, and he's got a little afro, and he comes out and he's wearing this little tight royal blue shirt, no hat. Yeah, but not the first time. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, orange glove. Wearing some tennis shoes. Looks right at me and says, "I'm a shortstop." I'm off for a little bit, take some ground balls, whatever. Yeah. Well, he goes, "I play second base." We go over there. Ooh. Anyway, so we move you around a little bit. We put you out there in the outfield, and you had a good practice. Then you had 2 good practices. Then you had a good week. Then you had a good game. Then you had 2 good games. Now you're throwing people out at home plate. Now you're getting timely hits and doing things for us, and you're being a spark in the bottom half of our lineup. It was huge. And you play bigger than what you are. And you expect more out of yourself. And I wish that was a little more contagious with this group. If we played with that little bit of intensity and that fire you have, who knows? But it's not too late. Those others. Our most improved player is no doubt to me the most deserving. not only ball playing dude, but you know, you remember that day at the bomb threat? I didn't want to have much to do with you, man. I didn't. You were causing so much ruckus. I went, you know, character change, doing what you're supposed to do, buckling down in the classroom. I know your dad's on you too. Our most improved player, academically and on the field, Justice Levi. Now there's two other kids here, young men, that could get this award. They could. I just felt like I'm giving it to the most deserving. Coach's award. Man. All right. Integrity, doing things is right instead of what's convenient. Doing the right thing when no one's looking. Yeah, I know some of you can't even begin to say that. There's not a time, it don't matter, look, it doesn't matter what time we get back from a game. He's going to stay and help me. It doesn't matter. He's going to go down there and get the stuff out for practice. He's the first one there every day, shirt tucked in, looking like a ball player every day. How many days do I say something about it all the time, don't I? Every day. I'm like, look at that, right there. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be down there. It's just, that's a model. You know, and the older you get, the more that's going to, those leadership qualities are going to continue to go. And that, you know, hopefully we'll buy into that as a group. And, you know, maybe I have to enforce a little more rules in the future. Maybe that needs to see what happens. But this award, high character guy, did some really good things for us, cut off some runs, man. You made some great plays. Key moments for you this year, I would say that catch you made in the Easter tournament against Hunt, maybe was like 4th inning. He makes a great catch, kind of shallow in the gap. He made a great catch one freezing cold night where we're playing Corinth holders. Ball hit to the gap. You make a really good catch. That was a well hit ball. Made some really good throws, had some hits. I'd like for him to get more and more key in the future. And just do what you do at practice in those ball games, buddy. You're going to have a good 2 years. Coach's award, integrity, Miles Cyrus. All right, we have 2 seniors. They're going to college. Dwight, you are going, right? LCC to continue. And Tucker, Honors College? No, I'm just going on for regular. He's going to regular ECU. He's not going to have too much fun. Tucker has a very high GPA. There's no doubt in my mind how successful he'll be in the future. But if we got you a little something, Tucker Robbins, senior, Dwight Daniel. All right, last one. All right, this is our most valuable player. So I'll say it, man. Without you, we probably, you know, without some of the things you did, we probably don't go where we went. Did a great job for us on the mound. Like I said, Dwight pulled the knee.